Good morning, Lagos. Thanks a lot for staying tuned. It's Smooth 98.1 time for Business Express here on Smooth Breakfast. I'm Ayo Mairo Ese, and with me in the studio is, of course, the man Rotus. Good
Hey,
morning,
Ayo,
Rotus.
good morning. Good morning to everybody out there.
And Rotus isn't alone. He's here with Wale from Sigma Pensions. Good morning, Wale.
Good morning.
Good to have you on the show this
Thank
morning.
you.
Now, if you'd like to be a part of the conversation, joining Wale, Rotus, and myself, you can send a message to WhatsApp 0809 444 That's 0809 444 On Twitter, it's at Smooth981FM. Use the hashtag Business Express 981. Rotis is also tweeting about this. You can find him at Rotan Quote. That's
You
ROTANKWOT.
got it.
Ah, yeah, smart. And then on YouTube, we're streaming live. So if you'd like to see what's going on in the studio, go to YouTube, Smooth981, and follow the
All
conversation.
right, thank you, thank you. Someone's already sent one long message here about an issue between transfers of two accounts, although they didn't leave a name. Please add your name, and we'll probably have to take care of this offline because they're mentioning two particular banks and something they've been going on and on about. We've been tweeting the banks on Twitter and tagging them, so we'll take care of that. But please attach your name. So markets opened yesterday in the negative zone, 0.36% down. 13.35 trillion is where we're at as far as market cap. 30,322 points is where the offshore index is at. Very quickly before we begin, Yinka, you want to put me inside soup. Yesterday, as we are ending the show, Yinka sent in a message about credit bureaus, saying that what they report is incorrect, and then me, because the show was ending, and Ayo with her air
Please,
traffic
don't.
controls, I'm bringing you in,
Don't bring me in.
frazzled me, and I agreed with him. But no, our credit bureaus do report accurate information. Just to put it out there, we've got three major credit bureaus in Nigeria. They report accurate information. If you see anything on your credit report that is incorrect, feel free to dispute it with the credit bureau agency, and they'll address it. Also, if you get a loan from a bank, they'll give you, if you pay it off, you get a certificate of indebtedness, which is proof that you've paid off the loan. You can take that to the credit bureau. So Yinka, take time. Although Yinka, we enjoy your messages. But so yeah, credit bureaux report accurate information generally. Wale, welcome to you again. Wale, let's start with interest rates. Leading from yesterday, talking about Dangote wanting the central bank to create credit facilities for individuals. Of course, I went into my usual spiel about wanting single-digit interest rates. I received a tweet from a Steven on Twitter who was saying that, look, lending at single digits is going to be an invitation for arbitrage, and he was doubting whether or not it's possible. I wanted to get your thoughts to chime in on this single-digit interest rates match that have been on forever. Go ahead.
Well, so I think if you do have central bank has been creating all kinds of intervention windows. I mean, if you have a similar window like that for individuals, then and you do it as single digit, then it's interesting because you'd have individuals getting loans at 9%, when risk-free investments are going at, I mean, the 1 year T-bill is probably around 14%.
Right.
So, I mean,
That's the
that's
arbitrage
arbitrage,
opportunity,
yeah,
right?
because
Yeah.
I could just take the money alone at
Nine,
9%
and
and
then
buy
invest
treasury bills, and so you're not going to
okay.
get anything. But importantly, it's also the idea itself of having the central bank create loans for individuals. Then it then raises the question: why do you have a banking system? I mean, so the whole point, I mean, it's like trying to, and again, the problem is because we're trying to go about a non a solution to a problem using a non-market route.
Okay.
It's easier to just bring down interest rates or ensure that rates are lower and
Right.
have the banks lend than you creating all these windows all over the place and lending in loans and providing loans to individuals at single digit interest rates when
Okay.
the market itself, you're pushing or you're having rate in the official system at a much higher rate.
Okay.
And so I think it's always the problem we face whenever we're trying to go through this problem of
Addressing interest
yeah,
rate. So
interest
you're
rate.
saying it's to address this once and for all, it's probably better if central
If
bank
you
just
bring
brings down
if
rates
you
across the board.
engineer
Yeah.
lower rates, then, but of course I think one problem I always say with that is, can Nigerian policymakers commit credibly to
A lower
a
rate.
lower interest rate, given that for a long time we always want a stable currency,
Right.
and so it's one of the two. I mean, you can't eat your cake and have it.
Right.
If you say you want to go for lower interest rates, no problem, but of course you're going to have to let the currency go.
Now, let's help out our listeners. When you say that means that if you lower interest rates, the high rates you've been using to attract FX
Foreign, yeah,
from foreign investors,
yeah.
they will now pull out.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, because I mean, if you have, I mean, as a foreign investor, you're always going to look at the risks. I
Right.
mean, what on a risk-adjusted basis, and then is the return I'm getting, is it worth it? If you have lower interest rates, given where inflation is, I mean, long-term inflation in Nigeria is a 12% number on
Mhm.
average. So if you have lower or single-digit interest rates, then you're more at risk
Right,
generally as a
right.
foreign investor. So you feel, look, on a risk-adjusted basis, I'm better off putting my money elsewhere. And if you put your money elsewhere, if you're taking your money out of Nigeria, then of course that means
We're now
there
back
will be
in
we're
we're now
back in
back in
the
trouble. So
yeah.
that is the major issue. What do you guys think? Which one will you pick? Do we want single
Soji is
digit
here
rates?
already. Soji
Okay.
says not very optimistic about the single digit rate loan for individuals. We have to look at the cost of the funds,
I think it means cost of
cost
funds.
of the
Yeah.
funds, sorry,
Yeah.
to lenders and make reasonable comparison.
Okay.
Bolu, all the way from Kigali, says the CBN are determined to put the MFBs out of business. If they drop benchmark rate, everything would correct itself.
Kigali, Volu, shout out to you. What are you doing in Kigali? They have lights there, Abby. 24/7 light, I believe. There was a video somebody shot from there where people, I think they were in a bus and they were talking about how clean. We're talking about environmental
Yes,
sanitation
Kigali
yesterday.
is. I mean, Rwanda
Incredibly
in the
very
last
clean.
few years, Paul
Yeah.
Kagame has done great work with the country.
Although there's another talk about Paul, and some of his other policies being a strong man. All right. Still on FX. Well, Wale, you pointed this out to me. Very interesting. You guys should go to the central bank's website, cbn.gov.ng. Wale and his eagle eye caught this yesterday and sent it to me. Wale, anyway, if you go to the CBN's website, you'll see the macroeconomic indicators. Inflation, monetary policy, crude oil price. But very interesting, Wale, on the exchange rates, which has been 305, right, forever. They changed it, and everyone that goes there can take a look. It says there that the naira exchange rate is market determined. Anybody who wants to go to, again, cbn.gov.ng, go and look at it yourself. We're scratching our heads wondering what this was about. Wale, and of course, what does this mean? What's happening? What?
Yes, I mean, I was surprised myself when I saw it. I mean, somebody called my attention to it, and I'd say I mean, for a long time, the central bank has held that rate at 305, even though a large component of the economy is increasingly being, or economic activities actually goes on at the 360 exchange rate
Right.
level. So, I mean, most companies, banks, companies that are listed all reference the naira at 360 at the much higher, weaker exchange rate. So, I mean, central bank was pretty much the only person left still quoting it at that rate.
Right.
And then the government as well also uses it for their budgeting purpose. So now that I guess maybe you can say it's a hint as to whether they want to let go of that rate or something. But
Yeah.
I think everybody had always felt that that rate was more likely going to go.
Okay.
But if you actually click the link, I think it still reads.
Yeah, you can actually
You
click on
still
that.
see it still links to a 306 rate. So
Interesting. And we still have work to do with the exchange rate. Okay? There's still, they never ending. That message from.
Yeah, you asked the question as to which people would prefer. Benga is here with what is more important, lower interest rates or defending the currency? I'll pick lower interest rate any day.
There you go. Benga, I'm with you. But of course, I'm sure other people will disagree. Okay, well, another thing to discuss. One of the brokerage houses released a report on IFRS 9 and I guess the impact on the full year results of some of the banks, and then also let's get into this. Also, how there's some changes, I guess, or allowances for the banks on how to report them. But let's start with that. With I guess IFRS. Let's get into that discussion.
okay, so IFRS 9 was a change with regards to how banks sort of classify financial assets, and also how they regards to it had impact more importantly on how people sort of take provisions or
For bad
for
loans,
bad loans,
okay.
pretty much for bad loans. So historically, what tended to happen was that as a bank, how you classify a loan as the asset quality of a loan as to have deteriorated was that maybe somebody missed a payment.
Okay.
That tended to be a bit more backward looking, and it was in the views of the people who designed IFRS.
Right.
It didn't tell you, because what happened, you had to wait for an event to occur, and then you then classify a loan as bad. Maybe somebody stopped paying you within the last 90 days or 180 days. So however, they said, okay, you know what causes people to typically default on loans? Typically changes in economic conditions.
Right.
Oil prices go down, lenders in the oil and gas sector typically will struggle to pay. FX goes, people that import and exporter or importers generally will struggle to meet those goals. So they try to be a bit more forward looking, to incorporate economic variables into forward-looking forecast of economic variables into how people classify NPLs.
Okay.
So last year was the application for
2018.
2018.
Yeah. Okay.
You saw the first big application
Right.
for IFRS 9. And what you did see was, I think, as a way of managing the whole change in how people classify loans, I think a lot of that had to go through retained earnings as against going through
net
the P&L.
okay,
Yeah, through the
profit and loss.
P&L.
Okay.
So what you did see was that a lot of banks, some people sort of say you could use that as a sense to gauge how maybe some bank loans were bad or good.
Right.
And so you did see, because you did see some banks have very large numbers going through that segment through retained earnings. And I guess because of that, you did see a bit of, is it gaming or so of
Right.
ROAs, whereby because equity is lower, you do see companies
Those ROAs were higher.
yeah, with more better results. But I think going forward, I think what IFRS does is that it links in provisions more closely to what economic variables are. If the economy is going weaker, then you likely see that number tick up higher for banks. It's no more a case of the economy is bad, but then you're waiting for
something to happen,
customers to actually
right,
start
to default.
Yeah.
So this means now we can expect. Okay, so since now they can pass it through their profit and loss, now should we expect NPLs, non-performing loans, to be higher maybe for this full year, or it's still a gray area?
Well, I think again it's now more dependent on how the economy pans out.
Right,
I mean,
right.
if you go into a recession before the end of the year, I mean, just a scenario, or if oil prices go down, maybe the numbers shoot up. Numbers could shoot up. I mean, if the economy does much better than people expect it to be, then those numbers
will go down. But the key here is that it's no longer backward looking. It's now forward looking. So they have to now. Okay, cool. Any more air traffic controls
30
again.
seconds.
30 already.
Yes.
Already 30 seconds.
Sorry.
Okay, with 30 seconds, Wale Okunrinboye of Sigma Pensions. Thank you for joining us, talking about the FX.
No, you had to just touch on one more headline.
Okay, one more headline. Okay, Lafarge has delayed their full year 2018 results, also their Q1 2019 results. I guess 10 seconds, Wale. What's happening here?
Yeah, I mean, Lafarge has been through transition. I mean, rights issues, and the company is going through a bit of a transition. So I guess maybe that's what we're seeing the delays. I mean, it's a bit of a worry. I think they did do a rights issue sometime towards the end of last year. So I think maybe they're trying to sort of factor that into there.
And I think they gave us the 28th of June to expect the results, no later than the 28th. So we'll be here, Business Express. We'll make sure and see if Lafarge just releases the results by that time. So Wale, thank you again for joining us. Thanks for your messages. Credit bureaus report accurate information. Yinka, stop putting me in trouble.
All right, Lagos, thank you so much. We're going to break right now. At 7 o'clock, we have some important information for you. Stay tuned.